Packers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adam. He's got him in. Complete. A gain of 32 that time.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. On the crossing route, complete. It's Adams. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. The battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Cook, a 1st down and more. Left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 92 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And at the 25-yard line, the Packers take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said is they went back up.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air. And then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
10 at the 26-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Vikings 21. Packers nothing. Sam Sloman set to kick.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
First down.
A first down carry here for Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hunter.
Number 82.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers, and he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Rodgers now on first down. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Johnson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
Davante Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Packers 7. Mason.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They
just get the play off. Now Prescott. And the Packers Tackles give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. And they'll need to convert 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Sloman set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Rodgers now to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 12 yards is the pickup there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The tackle made by
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
33-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Will find the ball complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. And his kick is good.
makes the score Vikings 28, Packers 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. On 2nd down, Cook. He finds an opening past the 40. He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Big play there out of Cook. 62 yards on the ground.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Prescott. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And he'll bang that one through.
Vikings 35, Packers 14. Sam Sloman set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Packers.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. And we'll get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
He is good.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
3rd and 5.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And it's caught by Smith. And he will have the Vikings 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
And at the 36-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook, and he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Cook
defense, when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
At the 40.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Looking deep for Adams. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell...
Looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Complete.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
Extra point.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Not much there, only a yard. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
The 26.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's taken to the 25. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice with the encore. If you know, you know.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken in the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 17 at the 40-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. From the 16, Prescott buying time to his left. That one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Prescott. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
But it's 4th down.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Prescott to throw it. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. shy of the 45. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. On first down. It's Johnson, and he's dropped late at the 40. Gain of 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
7 yards to go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They're going to line up to go for this on fourth down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Kadarrell Hodge has it complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They'll buy some time right. They'll try and run it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First down, Packers.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Johnson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. You've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense. That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Makes the score.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They start the drive with Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls. 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we'll return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Flushed out right. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott will quickly to Thielen here. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Prescott now from the 50. Setting up the screen for Cook. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Prescott from the gun. Dancing to his left. Intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And the return will stop right around the 25. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down at the 31.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Complete.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 30, the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 46 yards.
On the play. And the Packer first down.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 11 more on that one and another first down. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Kerryon Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Packers 45, Vikings 42.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
This is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. That is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
throw. Oh, Prescott stripped.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game. It's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
The 27-yard line. Today's final
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Green Bay, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
T-Bag got me.
That boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you can't go. No, I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Your chain, name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but they from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay, but wait. Jugging on the main stage with the mainframe. Loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say so what you gon' do with it? Stop playing. If you don't do it, then you don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Cause you're not built like that. Throw it in rotation. Throw it in rotation. Throw it in rotation. Run it back, keep it clapping like a standing ovation. Throw it in rotation. Throw it in rotation. Throw it in rotation. Run it back, keep it clapping like a standing ovation. Throw it in rotation. Throw it in rotation. I'm the first lady, stunner girl, running nation. Pick it up, watch me pick it up. In my hands, on my knees, I've been down and pick it up. Kylie Jenner lips, J-Lo in the hips. Y'all sitting on the bleachers on the first draft pick. Playing with your feelings, can't have me. Get left like D, I did the Cassie. Blah, 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 cause I already won. This is B, foreign language, we ain't coming from a bum. Drippy, sipping like Capri Sun. Take your man, get bored, send him back where he's from. Throw it in rotation. Throw it in rotation. Throw it in rotation. Run it back, keep it clapping like a standing ovation. Throw it in rotation. Throw it in rotation. Throw it in rotation. Run it back, keep it clapping like a standing ovation. I ain't talking about my deal, but they humble down. Talking from my shoulders to my waist down. Course doors open, I'm the best out, hands down. Mad about it, cut a check, caught another touchdown. Fumble in the bag like you can't hold it or something. I weigh out your league, switch your shoulders or something. I'm so wavy like I'm walking on the ocean or something. Wishing they was in my skin like they my lotion or something. Set the cash app, the thighs match, so he know he gotta match that. Left the club, 100,000 in a brown knapsack. Tags in the bag, girl returning clothes back. Your favorite rapper, favorite song, stunner girl throwback. Throw it in rotation. Throw it in rotation. Throw it in rotation. Run it back, keep it clapping like a standing ovation. Throw it in rotation. Throw it in rotation. Throw it in rotation. Run it back, keep it clapping like a standing ovation. You can't do it like me, sis. You can't do it like me, sis. You can't do it like me, sis.
I heard the flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's spit. We on shot for the win, celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's spit. We on shot this one and I'm holding on. I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Get it triumphant. Look, let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment. Energy up, my body burning. My stomach keep on turning. Stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it. You gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, for real. Lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, baby. Must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm tryna find you. Say I got sex appeal. I think it's cause I work. Got a gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none. I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one. See it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on. I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again.
Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like a passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem up. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Long tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still voting.
ring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in her. Even blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay